A lot of people say I'm doing this out of revenge because we've got beef. I won't deny it. Me and Diddy have had issues. We've been going at it since 2006. He blocked Mace from signing with me. I dissed him in a track. He launched the vodka line. I launched mine. It's been a back and forth for years. You know why he's so desperate to shut this film down? Because he knows we found things. Footage, phone calls, conversations he recorded himself, contracts, NDAs, real receipts. But Diddy ain't the only problem. He's just a symbol. This industry is full of people like him smiling in the spotlight while pulling strings and hurting people behind the scenes. I don't make things up.
He used to file bankruptcy.
He refused to file bankruptcy?
Well, yeah, because just his ego. I would have filed bankruptcy immediately. I don't mind bankruptcy.
Oh, you?
I'm not gonna pay. I'm filing Chapter 11 so fast, your head's gonna spin. I'll be back, you go, what happened? No, I'm just not gonna pay.
There's a huge difference in energy internationally at 50 Cent and Jay-Z. In fact, his largest selling record sold 430-something thousand copies. My largest selling records sold 5 million. You let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there. Because America can be purchased. We can buy it with marketing dollars. You see what I'm saying? But the rest of the world, there's not enough marketing dollars to go around.
That's why I made a statement about Taylor Swift. I wish you would come take one of my awards so I could black his eye in front of everybody. And Jay disagreed.
I want everyone to be clear. No one's scared of 50 Cent.
Does that bother you? Does it bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me. It's just his choice.
Why would you have to make that clear when no one's ever asked me if I'm afraid of Jay-Z?
The public is responding to his punk presentation. It's not 50 Cent. I don't have a problem with him. Kanye would not take a trophy from me. Neither Jay-Z.
Right.
Neither one of them.
50 Cent claims that once Diddy is out of the picture, Jay-Z becomes the primary focus. The suggestion, Jay-Z allegedly set Diddy up to take the fall while keeping his own hands clean. Despite showing up at Diddy's events and being named in multiple legal battles, Jay-Z never faced the courtroom. And somehow, the complaints quietly vanished. No statements, no consequences, just an eerie calm. It begs the question, was Jay-Z merely in the vicinity, or was he orchestrating the entire collapse from the shadows?
Concept with the Super Bowl. See, they don't understand the relationship. They was trying to get him to do the Super Bowl without me.
Wasn't happening.
And that's not, it wouldn't happen.
No way.
You see what I'm saying? Because he would look and go, it's okay for them, the award shows, not to give me the trophies. If you look at even Jay-Z's career, you can look at that as, say, the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, 1.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing. Right. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys. So it's like they would give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the
Clash with Jay-Z and Diddy traces back to the 90s Ignited when he roasted Jay on how to rob and called him out as inauthentic. From 50's perspective, Jay wasn't about confrontation. He played for control. Instead of meeting challenges head-on, he allegedly pulled strings behind the scenes, freezing artists out, manipulating connections, and strategically moving pieces like a chess master. At one point, 50 claims Jay's team even timed album drops to stifle his momentum and suppress his numbers. In 50's telling, that's the real rise. Jay and Diddy didn't hit billionaire status just from hits. They climbed by outmaneuvering rivals and keeping anyone else from gaining ground.
Remember one time walking in the studio, Bleak Beans, everybody was in there, and I was like, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all got a chance right now, just flood it, put out a lot of music because 50 Cent is coming. And, you know, 4 months later, in the club hit and it was over. And it was just like, okay, now everybody got to sit on the sidelines and wait this time.
50 saw the game from the jump. He watched Jay and Diddy allegedly try to bury NS by flooding the market and hijacking his release, all while preaching unity and empowerment. That contradiction never fooled him. Any artist gaining real traction became a target. In 50's view, Jay and Diddy moved against anyone rising without their blessing. And if you weren't riding their wave, and the industry would swallow you whole. Lord Jamar reinforced the same idea, describing an untouchable inner circle controlling hip-hop, labels moving in lockstep, doors quietly shutting, and careers cut off before they even began if the elite didn't approve.
Be bigger than Jay-Z. You couldn't sell more records than Jay-Z. But all you had to do was listen to Benny Siegel, and Benny Siegel was, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, he said that. That was the first of me actually hearing that. Like, oh shit. Like, I used to have questions like why every time my album dropped, Jay would drop right on top of me. He wouldn't let me breathe or right before me. Like, I was always close, and I always thought like, damn, if a kid, back then it was physical copies. So if you had $20, $20 that you saved up and you was gonna buy an album, and it's under the same house, Rockefeller, between Jay and Benny Siegel, you won't, 9 times out of 10 you won't buy the Jay-Z album. I never understood that every single album that I dropped, Jay dropped right on top. And it was like, damn, like to have in-house competition at that magnitude was crazy. Jay already the boss, but I always thought that, like, let me breathe. But to maliciously plot to hold me back, I don't know, man. I don't believe that. I don't want to believe that. I mean, but like I said,
Jay moved like a gatekeeper, not a connector. Instead of opening doors for other Black artists, he allegedly worked to shut them down. One example, 50 claims Jay tried to block him from the Super Bowl stage entirely. It wasn't until Eminem stepped in, demanding the NFL include 50 or risk losing him too, that the plan unraveled. That move not only secured the spotlight, but also revealed just how far Jay was willing to go to maintain control.
The big homie Jay-Z, right? I said to my nephew, I said, yo, listen, I have to ask him this straight up. So I said, yo, why? Who is the people that's on NFL? And he said to me, and I'm sorry for anybody who don't understand, and he said, the white guy called for 50 Cent. So I said, who's the white guy? I'm digging this Jimmy Iovine. And he said, no, Eminem called directly for 50. And he said,
that's his guy.
He said, I can't do it if I can't bring 50 up.
But that's his guy.
That was beautiful.
And guess who's Dre's guy?
Your guy.
Me.
Let's make him live.
I mean, Jay-Z's on a whole nother level. Like, I mean, you know, true. He's like, but you know what I like about 50? 50's on a whole nother level, but he's still approachable. You still get to meet the people and and you know, Jay got to remember the people that made him. You know, I'm not saying I don't got respect. I respect Jay-Z, 50, used to respect, Diddy, but all that crazy going on. But, I always respected him because I looked at, for New York, those were like the guys. You know what I'm saying? The guys with the most money and the most influence. So with Jay is like, when the last time you haven't seen Jay, so I think people are just gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I mean, Jay, you gotta remember, he didn't want 50 at the Super Bowl. That was crazy. I'm like,
wait, Jay didn't want 50 at the Super Bowl?
You didn't know that? Yeah, he didn't want.
I remember Eminem pushed for it.
That was some haters. Yeah,
I remember Eminem was like, I'm not gonna do it unless 50 does it. I heard that.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that Jay was trying to stop it.
I don't think Jay. I don't know. 50 never told me that, but I don't think Jay wanted him there. I don't know.
Because of what, some of the.
I mean, it's competition. You got to think. 50 always been competition for Jay. Remember, I'm about $1. What the 50 Cent?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That was what, 9? What was that? 9?
But after that, they did a song together. Remember the whole
50 was always competition for niggas. Then remember Jay said, yo, 50's coming. He told Siegel and them, and Memphis Bleak and all them.
Yeah.
And come on, 50's like, he's on a whole nother level. You got to remember, he came after this. He came after Jay and Rockefeller. G-Unit came, and people might shit on G-Unit, but with Eminem, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, nobody has outsold us, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Jay-Z and Diddy rose from the same playbook and have been intertwined since the 90s. But when Diddy faced heat, Jay allegedly stayed out of sight. And some even suggest he helped spark the fire. Snorts. Consider this. CNN reportedly held the Cassie assault footage for 8 years before releasing it. Who orchestrated that pause? And why did everything suddenly erupt at once? The timing feels deliberate, too precise, too clean to be mere coincidence.
Who was kind of like, we're done with this guy. You're not back. You're threatening to say this. Release the footage, right? So they released the footage. He comes out, issues an apology. While his lawyers accused the government of leaking the tape, it was later admitted as evidence in his trial. Again, Jan reveal. March is raiding his house, Miami and LA. May, here's a video being dropped from CNN, even though they've been sitting on it for 8 years. September 2024, book is released, Kim's Lost Words, which, by the way, there's a lot of speculation with this thing here, so whatever I'm reading is not necessarily 100%. It is there, it is not there. The alias they use on who wrote the book is Shanti Millwood, which is an alias for Tupac, which is kind of weird. Why would you use that? This book appeared on Amazon, allegedly written by Kim Porter, accused Diddy of misconduct with minors. Porter's children denounced it as fake. Investigators revealed the real author was Chris Todd, who claimed he compiled the book from a mysterious...
Inside the industry, whispers say Diddy was a marked man. One day he's untouchable, celebrated, honored, living large. The next he's in handcuffs. His empire scorched, $700 million wiped out seemingly overnight. Collapses like that don't happen by chance. They feel calculated, surgical, and merciless. Like someone decided it was time to pull the plug and ensured every piece fell at once.
Surprised at what things are coming out with Diddy at all, or you're like, you have no idea, it's none of my business, you'll live longer? Kind of like the mindset.
Surprised. How could you be surprised with anything that happens in hip hop? You know, hip hop is the Wild West. So you're gonna have the good, you're gonna have the bad, you're gonna have the ugly.
You think he's being targeted, or some of the stuff he's got, there's credibility on what they're coming after him with the tapes and the feds and raiding his Miami home, his LA home?
I believe he's being targeted.
You believe he's being targeted?
Yeah. I believe, somebody, has the power to pull the trigger to make, this stuff, this domino effect happen.
50 already saw the storm heading for Diddy, and he didn't bother hiding it. He openly called it out, mocking the scenario and hinting that Jay-Z was the one pressing from the shadows. To 50, it wasn't shocking or tragic, just business as usual. Another calculated move revealed, another punchline for someone who had predicted the setup long before it played out.
So come up with Jay, the part with Jay. I go, oh shoot, like
to us, black excellence.
that had to be there.
We getting tighter, you know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's a billionaire brunch.
Oh,
Like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Yeah. Come on, bro.
You don't need insider knowledge to see how deep Jay's influence runs. To 50, Jay-Z has always been a businessman first. Every action calculated, every connection strategic, every move about leverage and power. Even his marriage to Beyoncé fits the pattern. 16 Grammys after tying the knot just one before. Now their kids are collecting accolades without even releasing music. Coincidence, or just another lesson in how power operates when you control the entire board?
When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies.
was wondering what you talking.
The trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
This guy.
You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys.
he had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
He had like 20 now.
Oh, Lord.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one.
At the same time.
He got them shits. He started drinking. His pictures were he thinks the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Are you so on top of the business side of Jay-Z? You know what I'm saying? Some people like to just be an artist.
Yeah, I was actually forced to be an artist and a businessman because when I tried to get a deal, I couldn't get a deal, so I had to create Rockefeller Records. We actually created Rockefeller Records from nothing. And, you know, so I was forced to know both sides of it.
What surprises most is that Jay-Z has never served real time, despite years of rumors and accusations swirling around him. From 50's perspective, Jay faced allegations of the same magnitude, and sometimes worse, but always exercised restraint. Unlike Diddy, he never aired himself on camera or left a trail of sound bites. The suspicions don't start with Diddy either. Critics often point to December 1999 when Jay-Z was accused of stabbing music executive Lance Univera at a New York nightclub. Headlines flared, then quietly vanished. For his detractors, it's another pattern. Controversy shadows Jay, yet consequences never seem to land.
Is busted. Jay-Z turned himself in tonight and the cops started working on his rap sheet, accusing him of a stabbing at a trendy party.
Kimberly Richardson is at Midtown South right now. Kimberly.
Well, Rosanna, just a few hours ago, police here at Midtown South arrested Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z. The rap star voluntarily turned himself in here at the precinct earlier this evening. Now, Carter is being held here in connection with that stabbing fight that erupted at the Kit Kat Club last night. But just a few moments ago, Carter's attorney had this to say.
He's not involved in this, period.
He was at the club?
That's my only comment. He wasn't involved.
So it was someone else that did the stabbing and the hitting?
I didn't say that. I said he was not involved in it.
Now, Slovis goes on to say that at no time was Jay-Z hiding from the police, that they were in touch with cops all day and that they're trying to resolve this as gentlemen. But as Mike Sheehan shows us, others say they've seen the dark side of Jay-Z.
Diddy had his own high-profile run-in with violence back in the day. Another case that ended without conviction, much like Jay's history. Fast forward, and the contrast is striking. Diddy faces prison while Jay acts like he was never involved. Just a distant observer. Critics call that hard to believe. These are two of hip-hop's most powerful figures, billionaire allies who moved side by side for decades. And somehow Jay never knew what was going on. 50 isn't buying it. He said meeting Diddy once was enough to understand the energy he carried. It didn't take years, insider access, or billions to read the room.
But that's why it's only business. It was really, away from that, I explained why I didn't hang out with him. Right, because it's a little fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, "Yo, I'll take you shopping." Like, and I'm like, "What you mean?" Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you, and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards, or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. And when I say people respond, how people respond to things matter, like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, "Yo, nah, I spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this." And it's in it only because he's uncomfortable.
One person who was always anti-Diddy and was always speaking about Diddy as a problematic person was 50 Cent. And it turns out that it's just been announced that he's created a docu-series on Netflix. I can't wait to see this. The other end of that, every person person who has tried to speak out about this, who has tried to speak out about the industry, the type of people that are controlling the industry, the attacks that people face from the media if they try to speak out, is always the same. They're called crazy. And an example of one such individual who went through those sorts of attacks is the actor Orlando Brown. He was on Disney, and I remember everyone telling us that he was totally insane and deranged when he was saying a lot of things that at the time sounded crazy, particularly about Diddy. Take a listen.
The requirement is you gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he's gonna get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
You can take but he won't you.
Diddy, to me, is the fall guy. We are still seeing a major effort to protect the...
None of this was a secret inside the industry. It was common knowledge. Voices like Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal, who worked close to Jay and Diddy. We have been saying the same things for years. The stories were out, the warnings loud, but nobody paid attention. The issue was never a lack of information. It was a lack of will. As long as the money flowed and the machine kept turning. Yes, executives looked the other way. Victims didn't matter. Profit did.
Has been warning us about Jay-Z. Jay-Z has now had an official lawsuit. It's everywhere. It's now being talked about louder than ever. I guess, does that give you some peace to know that people are finally really questioning this man?
It's emboldening me. I spoke on Piers Morgan. I said that I had 3 victims that I've been working with, victims of the Carters, that were ready to come forward. This might help them feel a little more confident now. So this is great because he's been evading. But the thing is, everyone in the backdrop knew that he was the celebrity John Doe. Everybody knew that. They knew it when I did Piers Morgan.
Is Beyonce Celebrity B?
I hope to God not. But she was around. And she's very... she's got enough on her plate. After everything that happened with the election and everything that's happening right now, I'm not going to dump on that woman. She got better fish to fry.
Well,
what I will say is that her husband, she knows exactly who he is.
Yeah.
She knows. She knows. Rihanna was trafficked to Def Jam.
She was an innocent baby when she came over here. And look at her now.
14 going on 15 years old. Flown over without parental supervision in a private plane by a man who was supposed to be a producer who auditioned her at 3 a.m. in the fucking morning in a hotel room. Auditioning at 3 a.m. in the morning, a 14-year-old girl. She was flown to another country. She was taken to Def Jam headquarters. She was left in a conference room alone with Sean Carter for nearly 6 hours alone with no parental supervision. Her father collected a $500,000 check. She has the fastest inked deal in Def Jam.
Diddy isn't going quietly, and he's not letting Jay write him out of the story. Word is he's preparing a comeback. TMZ reports that White House officials are considering a potential pardon, with sources saying it could arrive as soon as next week. The rumors have circulated for months, but now the process is said to be nearing the finish line. If it happens, it flips the narrative entirely, turning what looked like a takedown into an all-out.